What's going on, guys? I'm Primal Liquid, and again I've got another Trials mode video for you guys here about what the best items are and how do you get them. So in this video we're going to be looking at stages 41 through 50, and let's just jump straight into it, shall we? Okay, so on stage 41, the Orpheus monster, here he is, the Big Flan, you can actually steal a defender from him. Now it is a rare steal, so it could take you a while. The uncommon is a Wine Fire Shot and the common is a High Ether. Now the defender is a pretty good sword simply due to the fact it's got a decent attack, more than the Kakata, and it's a non-elemental sword, meaning it'll work on pretty much anything. Again, you know, I do suggest using this simply due to the fact you won't actually find a better sword than that until around stage 65. Granted, you can get a better sword on stage 50, but it's wholly elemental, so it doesn't work on every mob. So again, you know, the defender is pretty useful and I do suggest going for it. Nothing to really of note in the chests. However, if you do have the diamond omelet, you can get the arrow spell and a soldier's cap. Okay, and in stage 42 you're against the Esper Lane. Lane? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. You know, that's how it's pronounced to me now. Anyway, on stage 42, you can steal a cameo belt, an indigo pendant, and a Hermes sandals, common, uncommon, and rare for each of them, respectively, and they are all from Lane. Now, the Fubars, the little mini slimes, they don't really have anything with stealing or poaching. They do have a chance to drop a Holy Mote as a rare drop or a Scathe Mote as a very rare drop, but again, you know, I wouldn't really suggest farming for them since there are far better ways to get them. On the other hand, in terms of treasure chests, if you have the diamond omelet equipped, you can actually get the ability Soul Eater, or you can get a heavy coat. Granted, the heavy coat is pretty useless at this point of the game though. Okay, and for stage 43, unfortunately there's nothing good from the death claws or the treasure chest really. I mean, if you have the diamond omelet, you can get a Lambert hat. However, there are better things than that. Given how hard it is to get up to stage 43, by the time you actually get here, the Lambert hat, it's just not going to be useful. However, not to worry, as there are still some decent things. Now, we're going to be looking at the Palicant rare monster, and to spawn that you simply run all the way forward to the door, run all the way back, and you'll spawn it. Okay, so what can you get from the Palicant? Well, the drop is a float mote, a reverse mote, a penetrator crossbow, a Kaiser shield, or an elixir. That's common, uncommon, rare, very rare respectively. Now the penetrator crossbow, you know, crossbows aren't really the best, but it is a very strong crossbow. I think it might actually be the strongest. It's either the strongest or the second strongest. Off the top of my head I can't remember. However, the steals is where this really gets interesting. So you can get the Minerva Bustier, and that is one of the best armors. You can get the Mage Power Shishak, again, one of the best armors, or you can get the Dragon Mail, again, one of the best armors. So basically this one enemy has pretty much amazing armor for any class, Mystic, Light, and Heavy. Now, again, it's common, uncommon, and rare respectively, so that's common for the Minerva, uncommon for the Mage Power, and rare for the Dragon Mail. Now, if you want to poach it, you can get the Gastrophites. Now, the Gastrophites is the best crossbow. Yeah, so the Gastrophites is the best crossbow and the Penetrator is the second best. I can't believe I forgot about that, given how hard it is to pronounce that thing. But yeah, again, the Gastrophites is the common and the rare poach, so you'll only need to poach it once and you'll pretty much get it. So whether you want it or not is entirely up to you. I mean, me personally, I don't really use crossbows, but, you know, it's there if you want it. Okay, and for stage 43 against the Antlion and 5 Killer Mantises, ignore the Killer Mantises, they don't really have anything useful. The Antlion, you can steal a High Potion or an X Potion as a common and an uncommon. However, for the rare steal, you can get a Dragon Shield, which is a pretty decent shield. Will last you for quite a while, at least until trial mode 65, where you know you can get one of the best shields, but we'll come to that later on. In terms of treasure chests, with the diamond omelet equipped, you can get a Chanter's Dalaba or a Magaroku. I think that is a Shikari weapon. It's either a Shikari weapon or it's a dagger. I'm sorry, I really should have looked this up beforehand. But unfortunately, that's it for stage 44. Nothing really worth going for. I mean, you can go for the Dragon Shield if you want, but me personally, I prefer to use two-handed swords. So it's not really all that beneficial. It's more for if you have a, you know, a Shikari or something like that, something that's using a one-handed weapon. Okay, and stage 45 is a little interesting since you have to actually kill these first 4 monsters to spawn the, like, quote-unquote boss of the stage. So I'll just quickly do that while explaining the chests. Okay, so from the chests, you can actually get a Cura spell and a Winged Helm with a Diamond Armlet. Winged Helm, pretty useless at this point. Cura, depending on how early you actually get this far, you know what I mean, that could be an early unlock for you, which, you know, it is quite useful. In terms of what the enemies have, so the 4 trash mobs that we just killed and the Crusaders, which are all spawning in now, they don't really have anything. However, that main big guy in the middle, which is the Vishnu, he actually does have some good stuff. So, his common steel is the Judica's Staff, which is the second best staff in the game. He has the Scathe Mote for an uncommon steel. A moderate way of building up Scathe Motes, however, you know, I wouldn't really suggest wasting time on building up a stack of them. However, the real reason you want to farm this guy is the rare steel. So for the rare steel, it's the Maximilian, which is the second best heavy armor in the game. And, you know, I mean, if you don't get it, you know, you just press start, press square, so you go back to the main menu, just reload your trial save, and you're back in at stage 45. The Maximilian is absolutely amazing. It's only beaten by the Grand Armor, so I do suggest getting this for every heavy armor user you have. It will help you out in later stages, trust me on that. Okay, and 48 against the tower and a whole bunch of zombie warlocks. Now, treasure chests and the zombie warlocks, they don't have anything worthwhile. However, what we do want is the uncommon steel from the tower. It is the only steel the tower has, so it shouldn't take you too long, and that's the assassin's arrows. They are the best non-elemental arrows for an archer, and they have a chance to instantly kill an enemy, because it's an on-hit KO ability. Granted though, some enemies are immune to instant death, and it is a low % chance of it actually proccing. However, it's still worthwhile getting, to be perfectly honest. But other than that, you know, as I said, there's nothing else really of value on stage 48. Okay, stage 49. This is where things get really good. Now, stage 49 is against the Hashmal and 2 Reavers. Now, the only item we want from this stage, like the treasure chests have nothing good and the Reavers have nothing good. The one item we want is from Hashmal. So his common steel is a high ether, his uncommon is an elixir, however his rare steel is the ribbon. Now normally you wouldn't get the ribbon until literally like the second or third to last area of the game. Like, you'd pretty much have to be right at the end of the game before you could get the ribbon. However, now you can get it pretty easily. It is a rare steel, so it can take some time. If you don't get it, you know, just press start, press square to go back to the main menu and reload your trial save straight back in at stage 49. And to make your life just that little bit easier, you know, I do suggest having the thief's cuffs equipped. And again, you know, excuse me, the ribbon is definitely an item that I do suggest getting free of, simply due to the fact it's so beneficial. Okay, and for stage 50, you're against a mob called Fanfrit, which again is another Esper. You don't really get much in terms of the little add-ons, the Abaddons. You know, they're they're worth nothing at all. In the chest, however, you can get, with the Diamond Armlet, a Demon's Bane and a Gaia Rod. 2 moderate weapons. I mean, neither of them are really amazing or anything like that. The main highlight of stage 50 is the steel from Fanfrit. Okay, so for the common steel, it's a high ether. The uncommon is an elixir. The rare steel, however, is the Worm Hero Blade. Now, I'll quickly show you the stats of this, because it is a pretty good sword and much easier to get than the supposed to be gotten way in story mode. Okay, so it's a 2-handed sword, it's a holy elemental weapon, it's got a 131 attack power, and it also gives you 50 evade. Not only that, oh, excuse me, it does also give you auto bravery and auto faith, meaning your magic and physical attacks hurt a lot more. Now, the downside is that its attack is very slow, like the ATB charge, that is quite slow. However, your casting and technique times still remain the same. However, the Worm Hero does actually have a very high combo chance, which does indeed make up for the slow ATB. The Worm Hero with the Genji gloves is a pretty strong combination. Not the strongest, but I'd say top 3 strongest, to be honest. Oh, but that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then hit that like button and remember to subscribe for more Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.